countdown. Twenty seconds. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we are live on YouTube, and we are live at the boardwalk in Gqeberha. Thank you very much for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, if you do still have friends, family members, team members, colleagues, table mates that are still outside, please do encourage them to join us. We have a worldwide audience via YouTube who are following this event tonight. And I've already had messages from people saying, where are you? Why don't we have the stream? Telling them that I was eating and drinking wasn't a good answer. So if we could get matters underway, a rather prestigious matter, the 2022 Southern Africa Regional Exporters Awards. Please do join us, folks. We're waiting for you. My name's Darren Mann, and it is my honor and privilege this evening to act as your MC or your program director, if you prefer. I don't mind what you call me, as long as you don't call me late for dinner. Good evening and welcome. It is the Southern Africa Regional Exporters Awards for 2022. And we do join you from the beautiful city of Gqeberha, formerly Port Elizabeth and part of the Nelson Mandela Bay Metropole on the southeastern edge of the African continent. We are streaming worldwide via YouTube. I'm glad you all look so fine. You're going to make a great impression. Some housekeeping rules as we get ready for this evening. Should you not have noticed, right where you entered the event and the complimentary drinks and the hors d'oeuvres are available, that's where you're going to find the men's room a little further on down, the ladies' room on the left-hand side as well, should you need. It goes without saying, I think, in this year of 2022 that this is a non-smoking venue, but for those of you who would like to indulge, we do have permission to use the balcony area, which is, of course, outside. You go out my left, your right, turn left again. The balcony there is available for the smokers, should you wish to indulge. There is also a bar in the back left-hand corner, right-hand corner for you. It is a cash bar. I would encourage you to please support them. You will be amazed at how good I sound when you've got a couple of drinks in you. So do support the guys at the bar. Also, it's so embarrassing when you get this wrong. Cell phones. Could you just check that you've got your cell phone on silent, ideally? I've done many an event where in the middle of a really important or sensitive moment, you suddenly get blasted by Hikomi Boka or Mendoza's and Kalakata. Please don't do that. Make sure it's on silent. If you're expecting an important call, put it on vibrate. And if you put it in your pocket and give me your number, I'll call you a couple of times tonight to make things interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to ask you, before we get to the formalities this evening, to please, and I'll only ask this once, put your hands together for the amazing musical accompaniment that we had when we arrived here this evening. On my right, an Eastern Cape icon, Mr. Denzel Africa and the Vusa Band. Awesome. You may have identified a few of the songs that they were playing. I think there was a Kenny G. There's always a Kenny G. Grover Washington, yeah? During the course of this evening, we'll be welcoming them back, and every single time, they're going to play original music for us, their own work, music from right here, out of the southeastern corner of Africa. And I encourage you to have a good listen and enjoy that. It also helps us keeping our YouTube stream live, because if we run into copyright issues with songs by Kenny G and Grover Washington, for example, then YouTube cuts our feed and we don't go worldwide. As many as 9 countries vying for prizes here this evening, in case I didn't mention it earlier. I can also tell you a last word about Denzel Africa and the Vusa Band. I have actually seen Kenny G and Grover Washington in concert, and I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt that Denzel Africa does Grover Washington a lot better than Grover Washington does any Denzel Africa songs. So, are we all ready? Thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to be sharing the microphone with a number of people this evening. I do hope they're all here. To start with this evening, I'd like to call on Mr. Vuyani Jachana. He will share with us the purpose of the day and also the official acknowledgement of our VIPs and dignitaries. Mr. Vuyani Jachana, he is the board chairperson of the Eastern Cape Development Corporation. Good evening, sir.
Thank you very much, Program Director. We gather this afternoon to recognize excellence in regional export trade, the second US SADC Regional Export Trade Awards. We are joined by South Africa's national and provincial leadership, as well as representatives from SADC region, to honor those who have excelled in Southern Africa regional export trade business for 2022. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have the honor and special privilege of being joined by the Deputy Minister of the Department of Trade, Industry and Competition, Honorable Ms. Gina. Please welcome. We are also joined by the MEC for Economic Development, Environmental Affairs and Tourism, Honorable MEC Mvoko, who is also my shareholder. The Provincial Director General, Mr. Sogoni, I'm told is here. We welcome him. Our hosting executive mayor here at the Nelson Mandela Metropolitan Municipality, Councillor Johnson, please welcome. I must say that we are happy that we are able to host this event on this side of the province because as ECDC, often we are stretched to make sure we cover all the corners of the Eastern Cape, and we are very happy to be here in your municipality, madam. Obviously, the chief executive of the ECDC, Mr. Ayanda Wakaba, is here with his executive team. Also joining us, ladies and gentlemen, are the representatives from business community, including small business in the 9 participating countries within Southern Africa. And these countries are Angola, Botswana, Eswatini, Lesotho, Malawi, Mozambique, Namibia, South Africa, and Zambia. We will get an introduction of each of these countries in a video that will be played later on tonight. This event has been structured to be a dual participation event with some of the delegates joining us virtually, and others have honored us with their presence physically in this event tonight. A special word of welcome also goes to the following guests representing some of the participating countries. Most of them shall play a role in today's program. Mr. Cristóvão Gamo, who is the Consul General of Mozambique in Western Cape, Eastern Cape, and Northern Cape. Mr. Mande Kausani, who is the First Sector of Economic and Trade in Zambia High Commission. Ms. Selma Ginamovdova, the Namibia Consul General. Mr. Molisa Ramayeli, the Interim Chief Executive of Lesotho National Development Corporation. Welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a special privilege and an honor to also welcome the USAID Southern Africa Mission Director, Mr. Andy Karas, representing this event's funding partners. The U.S. General Counsel in South Africa, Mr. Todd Haskell, with all the U.S. Southern Africa USAID TradeHub officials are with us today, and some of them are joining us online. We welcome you, sir. To the nominees of the different categories and SMEs present this afternoon, welcome to this event. This is your event. This is when we recognize excellence, and we thank you for participating. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the second year of celebrating excellence in Southern Africa regional export trade. Last year we held the event, which was an inaugural event in East London. These awards are a collaboration between Eastern Cape Development Corporation and the USAID Southern Africa Trade and Investment Hub. The USAID Trade Hub works with all 9 participating countries to improve sustainable growth, export competitiveness, and trade between these countries and collectively with the United States. Tonight, we have 4 categories which we are celebrating, and these are Regional Exporter of the Year, Buyer of the Year, Capital Provider of the Year, Trade Promotion Service Provider of the Year. We have a judging panel that is drawn from private and public sector, composed of experts with significant international experience. The Eastern Cape Development Corporation and the investment team has been at the forefront of ensuring the success towards the awards themselves. As ECDC, we are committed to advancing regional export competitiveness, to improve trade, intra-Africa trade, as well as economic prosperity of the continent. Trade partners like the United States, who are investing in development of and strengthening of our country's value chains, will remain strategic partners and will remain dear in our hearts. The ECDC will continue to champion the development of the region's export potential, working with all the other countries as well as the partners like the US Trade Hub. We invite all of you to enjoy tonight's function and really looking forward to the winners of the various categories. Thank you very much and good afternoon.
Thank you very much, and great to have you with us. Board Chairperson, Eastern Cape Development Corporation, Mr. Vuyani Jachana. It is now time, folks, for the official welcome address and message of support, and we're very, very pleased to have the Eastern Cape's MEC from the Department of Economic Development, Environmental Affairs and Tourism join us here as well this evening. Please put your hands together for the Honourable Mlungisi Mvoko.
Thank you very much, Program Director, and greetings to you. Greetings to the Deputy Minister for the Department of Trade, Industry and Competition, Umamukina, the US Consulate General in South Africa, Mr. Todd Haskell, the Executive Mayor of the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro, was supposed to be, who is our host, Councillor Johnson, the First Secretary of Economic or Trade in the Zambian High Commission, Mr. Mandeka Huseni, the Namibian Consul General, Ms. Selma Nginamundova, and all the USAID Southern Africa and USAID Trade Hub teams, the Chairperson of the Eastern Cape Development Corporation, Mr. Vuyani Jachana, the CEO, Mr. Wakaba. I also learned that the Director General is here, Mr. Sogoni. Greetings to you, and members of the media, members of the Eastern Cape community at large. I humbly stand before all of you this evening to welcome you at these prestigious awards, the second edition of the Southern African Regional Export Awards. But before I elaborate on my welcome address, allow me to thank the United States for the trust they continuously show in the partnership with the Eastern Cape. It has, without a shadow of a doubt, reinforced our efforts to host these awards once again, where 9 countries are participating. Program Director, we gathered here today as countries are recovering from the economic devastation left by the COVID-19 pandemic and other economic shocks that include the invasion of our eastern side by climate changes and also by the war between Russia and Ukraine, a situation that has affected the state of our economy. The force of these unfortunate events and others must be matched with a strong response. And this will be, and this we will do by remaining central to our economic rehabilitation and recovery agenda. That agenda should recognize the robust and strategic collaborations we have with all of the countries that are participating here today. I wish to particularly welcome the delegation from Angola, the delegation from Botswana, Eswatini, Lesotho, Malawi, Mozambique, Namibia, Zambia, and those that are coming from the hosting country, South Africa. We are all here because we share a common goal of advancing economic development while allowing participation of small, medium, micro enterprises as effective drivers of an inclusive economic growth through the trade relations we have amongst each other and also with the United States government. The crisis that is plaguing our economies requires a shift towards implanting fiscal austerity measures. And our economic development priorities, which include developing a strategic economic infrastructure for employment-led growth and development, reindustrialize to support the growth of labor-intensive industry, building an innovative knowledge-based economy to drive competitiveness, strengthen green economy intervention to support sustainable economic growth and development, create decent, sustainable employment, and the one that we are gathered by increased trade and investment activities in the province. We invite you to work with our provincial government in realizing these priorities while we collaborate with you on those set by the economic development institutions in the respective countries you represent today. As we work through the agenda of advancing global trade with US government through these awards that allows regional exporters to increase their trade activities with the US, trade finances become a key aspect to look at. Africa's trade growth has over the years been lagging from the other continents, and this has been attributed to many factors, including falling commodity prices, competition, regulatory challenges, and access to trade finance. With the African Continental Free Trade Area, trade finance is slowly beginning to show up, especially where it is most needed to allow the Southern African SMEs to better participate and grow. The free trade area provides us all with an opportunity to diversify our economies, scale production capacity, and widen the range of products that are made in Africa. Partnership with the countries participating here today provides us with an avenue for creating competitiveness through domestic market expansion, and that in turn will promote Southern African region for foreign investment, especially from the US through this partnership we have with the USAID South Africa and USAID TradeHub. In the coming years, I would like to see participation of the 5 other countries within the Southern African region and partnership with the African Development Bank taking this gathering to new heights. the need for re-energizing and reducing the finance gap in the Southern Africa's trade is of most importance and needs our continued efforts and collaboration. The SMMEs that are going to win here this evening and those that won last year must come back with even bigger stories to tell each time we gather. Firstly, for us to celebrate their excellence, but secondly, to inspire others to emulate their journey to success. Allow me to welcome all of you to the Southern African Regional Exporters Awards 2022. Beyond the awards, we look forward to hosting you so you can experience our beautiful province, the home of legends. The Eastern Cape Parks and Tourism Agency has interesting and beautiful packages that are set up and allowing you to explore and have an adventure in this beautiful province. Visit their website and social media pages to help you in exploring the Eastern Cape. I welcome you all. Thank you very much, Program Director.
MEC, what a pleasure to have you join us here in Gqeberha tonight. We are streaming worldwide with the 2022 Southern Africa Regional Exporters Awards tonight, celebrating the export excellence of Southern Africa brands. As many as 9 countries in the running in the various categories. Should anyone on our YouTube channel be following and you don't know about this wonderful part of the world where we find ourselves at the moment, Nelson Mandela Bay Metropolitan Municipality, made up of Gqeberha, Kariega, and Dispatch. Southeastern corner of the African continent, beautiful place, temperate climate. We absolutely love it. And we are very, very enthusiastic and energetic in our support of what happens in this particular province. Part of the reason is we find ourselves in one of the poorer areas of South Africa. We've got a smaller economy than many other areas. But what we lack in size, we make up for in ingenuity. No matter where you look, it's in our DNA. Many years ago, I was doing some consultancy work for one of the departments at the provincial legislature in Bishu. And an incident arose where there was a tender put out for a road which was going to be built in one of the rural areas. I'm just sharing this with you to illustrate how ingenious we can be. So the tender got put out, the process got played out, and 3 particular companies were put on the shortlist. There was one from Cape Town, one from Joburg, and one from the Eastern Cape. So the tender board sat and they got the first guys in, and they came in from Cape Town and they said, how much to build the road? And the guys from Cape Town said, 1 million rand a kilometer. And they said, well, how do you get to that? He said, well, it's 400,000 rand material, 400,000 rand labor, 200,000 rand for me. Very good. We still got the process to play out. We'll let you know how it goes. We've got the guys from Joburg in next. How much to build the road? 1.2 million rand per kilometer. I said, how do you get to that? He said, 500,000 rand labor, 500,000 rand material, 200,000 rand profit for me. I said, thank you very much. We'll let you know how it goes. We still got one company to see. In come the guys from the Eastern Cape. They said, well, how much to build this road? They said, 2 million rand a kilometer. I said, well, how do you get to that? I said, well, 500,000 for you, 500,000 for me, and we get the guys from Cape Town to build it. It's not true, okay? I'm really, I'm really teasing, and we are very, very passionate about this little corner of the world that we call home. I'm going to, before I call Mr. Todd Haskell up, I think it might be appropriate. Thank you very much for waiting for me, my production team that are working hard in the back corner. Before we introduce Mr. Todd Haskell, we mentioned there are as many as 9 countries that are vying for prizes in the various categories. If you cast your eyes to the screen left and right of me, you'll get an indication of who those countries are. And best of luck to each and every one of you.
Located on the west coast of southern Africa, Namibia has a population of 2.5 million people, occupying 824,292 square kilometers of breathtaking landscapes, home to abundant wildlife. Since its independence in 1990, Namibia has proven to be an African reference due to its political and economic stability, sustained by a flourishing democracy. Over the past 30 years, the country has seen the peaceful transfer of power of 3 presidencies. Namibia is a land of hospitable people with rich cultural traditions and exciting investment opportunities. Through the world-class port at Walvis Bay, the country positions itself as a logistics hub for road, rail, and sea freight, connecting neighboring countries and the broader Southern Africa development community with the rest of the world. Namibia, in reinforcing its strategic position of a logistical hub, continues to invest in infrastructural projects to facilitate easy access and movement of people and goods throughout SADC countries with a population of more than 300 million people and further access to the wider African market of 1 billion consumers through the Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement. The long-term economic and political strategy of growth is firmly based on ensuring openness to trade and external investment while advancing development of strategic key sectors of Namibia's economy: mining, fishing, agriculture, tourism, renewable energy.
I hope everyone's following closely. There's going to be a test afterwards. Just to bear with us, folks, I understand that there isn't audio on the particular video that we are playing at the moment. We appreciate your understanding. Patience, patience as we look at Botswana, one of the 9 countries. I don't want to interrupt too much.
Moçambique, lugar que a imaginação não conseguiu imaginar. Aqui, o paraíso fica mais perto. E as raízes do tradicional dão vida a uma nova geração, moderna e vibrante. Visitar é querer regressar. Viver cá é poder desfrutar. Mas por agora, precisamos de pausar. Pausar para voltar. Por agora, não relaxe nas nossas praias paradisíacas. Não se apaixone pela beleza destas paisagens incríveis. Ou explore os segredos e maravilhas do Índico. Não descubra a natureza em estado selvagem dos nossos parques e reservas. Não celebre o jeito bem moçambicano da nossa dança, música e arte. Nem saboreie a nossa deliciosa gastronomia que fica nas bocas do mundo. Em breve, nossos dias voltarão e tudo aquilo que ama nesta terra estará aqui à sua espera. Até lá, separados mas mais unidos que nunca, façamos todos a nossa parte por Moçambique.
Media when you're doing it live. All over the world on YouTube, our team are going to sort out a gremlin or two. Initially, we thought it might just be the one video submission, but I do think there's something we can sort out. We can come back to it later. Just trying to run through and give due credit to all 9 of the countries that are vying for prizes in the various categories. The Southern Africa Regional Exporters Awards for 2022. I know the MEC mentioned our next speaker a little earlier. He's someone we're very pleased to have with us, a very important partner. I'd like to call to the microphone the Consul General, US Consulate General in Cape Town. Please give a warm Port Elizabeth Gqeberha welcome to Mr. Todd P. Haskell.
I hope my sound will work. I think it's good. It happens to the best of us. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and allow me to begin by recognizing the presence of Deputy Minister, Department of Trade, Industry and Competition, the Honorable Nomulungelo Gina. Also the MEC for Finance and Economic Development, Mlungisi Mvoko. Of course, the Mayor of Nelson Mandela Bay Metropolitan Municipality, Councillor Eugenie Johnson. My friend, the Consul General of the Republic of Namibia in Cape Town, Selma Nginyama Mundova. The Consul General of the Republic of Mozambique in Cape Town, Cristóvão Gemo. Senior government officials, representatives of the South African private sector, members of the media, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed. It's my sincere pleasure to be here today for many reasons. First of all, this is a great event. It's the 2022 Southern Africa Regional Exporter Awards, but also today is my birthday. So I just wanted to acknowledge that. But I'm delighted to be here for the 2022 edition to recognize the excellence and innovation of South African firms, Southern African firms, I should say, toward reaching new markets through the African Growth and Opportunity Act, which I hope all of you know as AGOA. In 2021, South Africa alone exported $15.5 billion worth of products to the United States. I mean, that's remarkable. And the U.S. government has supported the development, launch, and socialization of AGOA across all the countries represented here today for tariff-free entry of goods into the United States. We're seeing fantastic results, and as I mentioned, I think 2021 was a great year. You know, we were in the midst of a pandemic, and exports from South Africa to the United States expanded by 50% in 2021. I think that's an extraordinary achievement. And Lesotho, for instance, exported $310 million to the United States. I mean, countries across Southern Africa are taking advantage of AGOA, and I would like to acknowledge and congratulate the trade promotion firms and agencies that supported the various firms on these successful export journeys. We've got folks representing the Southern African region today, 9 countries of Angola, Botswana, Eswatini, Lesotho, Malawi, Mozambique, Namibia, South Africa, and Zambia. And I realize as I read those names, I've had the pleasure of visiting each of those countries. And it's one of the reasons why I really do love this region so much. All of these countries, though, their governments are pursuing export-led economic agenda, which I think that's what we've learned is the secret to economic prosperity and growth. We've seen it in Asia, and we're seeing it in Southern Africa today. The U.S. government shares a vision with all our partners to promote the idea of private sector-led economic growth. Our new economic growth policy under the Biden administration advances the commitment of the U.S. Agency for International Development, USAID, and the broader U.S. government to promote inclusive, sustained, and resilient economic growth in developing countries. The USAID Southern Africa Trade and Investment Hub, in partnership with entities like the Eastern Cape Development Corporation and the Border K Chamber of Business, runs AGOA awareness training seminars to share information on the opportunities that AGOA provides and to identify export-ready firms to receive support to list on Amazon e-commerce platforms. With U.S. government support, Eastern Cape businesses are making inroads in the United States with firms such as Nelson Mandela Bay's own Coty Chocolate, which is now listed on Amazon, and of course Marina Salt, which is exploring opportunities in the U.S. market. Some seasoned exporters from the Eastern Cape include Dynamic Commodities, who is exporting frozen fruit desserts to the United States from their factory in Kocha, the development zone, and Limestone Hill Farm trading as Carambola Invest, which is exporting dried pineapple under white label to the U.S. market. More recently, through USAID, the U.S. government supported close to 40 regional firms to exhibit at the Summer Fancy Food in June, the first in-person summer event held by the popular trade show since the start of the pandemic. Now health-conscious Americans can enjoy Southern Africa's chili sauces, dried fruit, cashew nuts, zero-sugar chocolates, fruit juices, and many more products. And if you're not so health-conscious, you can try the chocolate and the wine. That works too. So the Regional Exporter Awards recognize the outstanding trade performance and innovation of Southern African firms in reaching the nearby South Africa market and collectively with South African firms in reaching the United States utilizing AGOA. These awards are a demonstration of the skill of those firms and also the support of the United States for them. Governments need to keep expanding efforts to diversify their economies and connect with capital for investment. We're partners here, and we seek to work with you to strengthen economies and continue collaboration. We look forward to the day that signature luxury leather pieces from the region are being appreciated not just in the United States, but across Southern Africa, across Africa, and around the world. Allow me once again to thank the ECDC for hosting this Regional Events Award this year and acknowledge the trade promotion service provider partners all across the 9 countries for their support. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank the export and import firms and trade promotion firms and agencies here. I hope these awards will spur them on to continue to grow their economies and the whole Southern African economy. I wish you all good health and prosperity, and that your next birthday is as happy as mine is today. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Haskell, and may I wish you happy birthday, sir? 35? Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, Mr. Haskell, happy birthday to you. I've got a very special present for you, sir. We've got the sound working on the video. We just had to kick a few of the technicians. Everything's sorted out fine. So ladies and gentlemen, please, take two, left and right on the big screens, the 9 Southern African countries who are vying for honors in the various categories this year.
Located on the west coast of Southern Africa, Namibia has a population of 2.5 million people, occupying 824,292 square kilometers of breathtaking landscapes, home to abundant wildlife. Since its independence in 1990, Namibia has proven to be an African reference due to its political and economic stability, sustained by a flourishing democracy. Over the past 30 years, the country has seen the peaceful transfer of power of 3 presidencies. Namibia is a land of hospitable people with rich cultural traditions and exciting investment opportunities. Through the world-class port at Walvis Bay, the country positions itself as a logistics hub for road, rail, and sea freight, connecting neighboring countries and the broader Southern Africa development community with the rest of the world. Namibia, in reinforcing its strategic position of a logistical hub, continues to invest in infrastructural projects to facilitate easy access and movement of people and goods throughout SADC countries with a population of more than 300 million people, and further access to the wider African market of 1 billion consumers through the Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement. The long-term economic and political strategy of growth is firmly based on ensuring openness to trade and external investment while advancing development of strategic key sectors of Namibia's economy: mining, fishing, agriculture, tourism, renewable energy.
Located at the very heart of Southern Africa and occupying an area of 752,618 kilometers squared, Zambia is one of the fastest growing economies with a population of about 18 million, most of which is the youth. The country is blessed with abundant natural resources and vegetation, a diversity of wildlife, magnificent landscape, and is the host to the mighty Victoria Falls, one of the natural wonders of the world. Zambia has proven to be a strategic trade hub due to its central location with 9 neighboring countries and is a member of several trade blocs on the continent. Further, Zambia is also known as a haven for investment due to the unmatched investment climate, attractive investment incentives, favorable ease of doing business, and investor-friendly policies supported by the stable political environment, rule of law, fairly educated population, and the peace the country has enjoyed since political independence in 1964. The country has an ambitious vision of becoming a prosperous middle-income nation by 2030 as enshrined in its national blueprint, the 7th National Development Plan. In this regard, Zambia has prioritized economic diversification and has identified key sectors for investment which include agriculture and agro-processing, energy, manufacturing, tourism, and infrastructure development to spearhead the development agenda.
Are you looking for a place to invest? Botswana provides a safe haven for your investment with a guarantee of great returns on your investment. Come and invest in Botswana and see your investment grow. Invest in the mining, ICT, transport and logistics, agriculture, and automotive sectors in Botswana and have access to a market of over 250 million people. Invest in Botswana. Our pride, your destination.
lugar que a imaginação não conseguiu imaginar. Aqui, o paraíso fica mais perto. E as raízes do tradicional dão vida a uma nova geração moderna e vibrante. Visitar é querer regressar. Viver cá é poder desfrutar. Mas por agora, precisamos de pausar. Pausar para voltar. Por agora, não relaxe nas nossas praias paradisíacas. Não se apaixone pela beleza destas paisagens incríveis. Ou explore os segredos e maravilhas do Índico. Não descubra a natureza em estado selvagem dos nossos parques e reservas. Não celebre o jeito bem moçambicano da nossa dança, música e arte. Nem saboreie a nossa deliciosa gastronomia que fica nas bocas do mundo. Em breve, nossos dias voltarão e tudo aquilo que ama nesta terra estará aqui à sua espera. Até lá, separados mas mais unidos que nunca, façamos todos a nossa parte por Moçambique.
The Kingdom of Eswatini, formerly Swaziland, is a country of 17,000 square kilometers and a population of just over 1 million. Eswatini is more than a tourist destination. Multinationals have already set up shop in the country and are taking advantage of the regional and international markets at their disposal. The cherry on top is that Eswatini is home to the African Union's Southern Africa Regional E-Trade Office for business. An international convention center and a 5-star hotel is almost complete, complemented by 299 luxurious rooms. Boosted by fertile soils, a high level of agricultural expertise, and the drive towards greater diversification and adding value to its primary products, agriculture has been the backbone and key driver of Eswatini's economy. The country has demonstrated its concern for climate and the environment through its program of growth in renewable energy. Sugar farmers in Eswatini are turning to solar power to help save our planet. This multi-dimensional economy with high labor productivity boasts a well-educated human resource. Eswatini continues to improve its business environment to attract more investment, both foreign and domestic, large or small. The kingdom offers the investor a prime, secure and fully serviced industrial estate zoned for small and large manufacturing industries.
A land of stunning sights and warm-hearted people, Malawi. Experience Lake Malawi, the Lake of Stars, a magnificent body of glistening water, a 5th largest freshwater lake in the world. Home to over 1,000 species of endemic cichlids. A refreshing swim, some fun on a jet ski, speedboat, or an adventure on a kayak, and so many exciting water activities to explore in this natural aquarium. However, that is not all this land has to offer. A boat ride on one of Africa's greats. The exceptional Shire River from the safety of the boat. Watch enormous elephants quench their thirst while the hippos cool off. A spectacular wildlife in national parks and game reserves. Cheetahs relishing the warmth of the sun. Elephants trumpeting and so much more. It's a complete safari experience in Africa's US Big 5 destination. A hike on the highest peak in the Central Africa's Sepitwa, rising from the luscious tea plantations, will give you a view that is a beauty to behold. The Tolo and Mulanje Highlands, Zomba Plateau, the stunning plains of Nika, the Malapi pillars. Each of these a gift from nature worth experiencing. Just when you think it's over, you're exposed to a cultural vibrancy that is in a song, dance, food, and not to be missed, festivals. As well as the terrific cities, Malawi has it all. A complete African holiday experience, rich in contrast, compact in size, and big in hospitality. It's the warm heart of Africa.
I hope that you will spare some moment in your busy schedules to visit Lesotho. That trip, just by itself, will be an eye-opener to this secret investment gem. Why should you invest in Lesotho? From a volume point of view, preferential markets for Lesotho are unlimited. AGOA offers us 6,400 lines of products, but we are only able to utilize no more than 5 related to garments. Europe offers duty-free, quota-free market access under everything but arms. And we are yet to exploit this market beyond just diamonds. SADC offers a market opportunity of nearly 300 million consumers under preferential trade terms. Under the Southern African Customs Union, SACU, South Africa offers a duty-free, quota-free market with nearly 60 million consumers. Lesotho has unfettered access to South Africa's efficient road network and its ports to facilitate export of goods from Lesotho. These ports are only hours from major industrial hubs in Lesotho. New investors will find a dependable workforce that is hardworking and fluent in English. Lesotho also benefits from being in the same time zone as South Africa and has wide overlap with European time zones. Investing in our tourism sector, especially in infrastructure, is another potentially rewarding opportunity. Our superb, unspoiled mountain scenery, the wide range of adventure sports, and our unique African culture combine to make Lesotho a very attractive tourism destination and investment prospect. I thank you for your attention, and I look forward to receiving you in Lesotho.
We invite you to a place in Africa that is like no other, where new ways of doing business happen every day, where the world watches our talent in fascination. South Africa's rich in gold, diamonds and manufacturing expertise. We embrace global innovation and technology trends. A winning country where all dreams are valid and realized, where we always come together and build a better future and country. Come invest with us. Believe in South Africa. South Africa, inspiring new ways.
Welcome to Angola, where potential looms large. At nearly 500,000 square miles, this vast country is home to a broad range of landscapes spanning arid savannas to rainforests. Agriculture is already big business here, but has the potential to become much bigger. Of Angola's arable land, only 15% is currently cultivated. The provinces of Benguela, Huambo and Kwanza Sul represent 40% of total Angolan fruit production, led by apple and pear, followed by citrus and grape. As demand continues to rise, exporting opportunities have yet to be fully explored.
Angola, desde o ponto de vista agrícola, é país onde se pode produzir tudo. Café, cacau, amendoim, laranja, limão, tangerina, o cultivo do ananás, a manga, a banana. Temos 2 estações mais ou menos definidas, portanto período correspondente àquilo que se poderia chamar verão, e depois uma estação mais seca e com temperaturas ligeiramente mais baixas, que se chamam cacimbo. Temos uma grande bacia hidrográfica, temos muitos rios, ou seja, desde o ponto de vista natural, nós temos
Underneath Angola's steppe mountains, green hills and large plateau lies one of the largest and most diversified mining resources in the whole of Africa. Known for being a producer of diamonds, what is less known is how Angola has largely untouched reserves of iron ore, copper and gypsum. Angola's tourism industry is set to take flight. Ongoing investment in its transport infrastructure looks set to open up this southwest African nation to visitors. Far away from the continent's well-worn tourist traps, Angola's natural and cultural heritage remains intact. With more than 1,000 miles of Atlantic coastline, Africa's largest stretch of protected national parkland, and a vibrant arts and music scene, is Angola ready to be discovered?
Angola has a lot to offer. Our country has potential and room to bring many of those that are looking for new destinations for tourism. The interest both from local and international tourists will grow.
Let's give them a round of applause one more time. We can do better than that. Showcasing what Southern Africa has to offer. All 9 countries who are vying for the various prizes in categories of this year's Southern Africa Regional Exporters Awards. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your patience. We're going to give you a short comfort break now. And as we pointed out earlier, restrooms to my left, your right. You'll find the gents this side, the ladies that side. And we'll be entertained for the next 10 minutes or so by the incredible Mr. Denzel Africa and his Vusa band. We'll return in a little while. Five-minute countdown, folks. 5 minutes. If we could ask you to return to your seats. Denzel, if you guys can give us one more of your songs, we'd appreciate that. And we'll pick up proceedings and move on to the awards part of the Southern Africa Regional Exporters Awards for this year. Once again, Denzel Africa and the Vusa Band. Ladies and gentlemen, if we might have your attention, we request you take your seats so we can continue with the program, our formalities from stage this evening. There will be another comfort break or two before we get to the end of the program this evening, I assure you. So thank you so much for your patience. Thank you very much, Denzel and the Vusa Band as well. The business end of our function this evening, celebrating the export excellence of Southern African brands at the Southern Africa Regional Exporters Awards. We now introduce the adjudicators, the finalists and the nominees. Now it's customary at a time like this to tell everyone in the room that you're all just winners by virtue of the fact that you are here. And in many ways, that's true. Even if you don't end up being on the podium and get a third, a second, or even a first place in one of the various categories, the experience, we have no doubt, is just going to encourage you and make you hungrier to return next year and make sure that you are on the podium. So you win, we win, South Africa wins. Can I please ask to the microphone to introduce the adjudicators, finalists and nominees, the Acting Executive Manager, Trade, Investment and Innovation at the East Cape Development Corporation. Would you put your hands together for Mr. Pakamisa George?
Program Director, thank you very much. Your Excellencies, Honorable Deputy Minister of Department of Trade, Industry and Competition, the MEC for Economic Development, Environment and Tourism, the Consul General of Namibia, Mozambique that are present with it today, the Chairperson of the ECDC Board, the Executive Mayor of the hosting Metro, Councillor Eugene Johnson, the CEOs of various entities, trade and investment promotion agencies in the SADC region, my colleagues. Mine is a very easy one, but I'm introducing a very important component of the process that leads to the award ceremony. The adjudicators of the 4 categories that of the companies that have been competing from the various SADC countries. Each category in the 4 had different type members in the adjudication team that I'm going to be introducing. This team worked very tirelessly, dedicated themselves to do a very diligent job in adjudicating on the nominees and the finalists in the various categories of this event. For the Exporter of the Year Award category, Africa and USA, we had Mr. Michael Gamo who is the head of trade at Westgrow as a member of that adjudication committee. We had Ms. Janine Jonathan from Department of Trade, Industry and Competition, Americas. We had Mr. Warwick Blenley, the Group Executive of SEB Vest Capital Partners. That is the category of the Exporter of the Year. The Trade Promotion Service Provider of the Year Award, we had Mr. Fana Marivate, CA South Africa, Bankable Models. We had Mr. Francois Fouché, who is the Managing Director of the Growth Diagnostic in the Northwest. For the category of Capital Provider of the Year Award, we had Mr. Bongani Nchangase, the Executive Manager, Trade Promotion, Eswatini. We had Ms. Chiboni Evans, Chief Executive Officer of the South African Electrotechnical Export Council. We had Ms. Florence Muleya, Chief Executive Officer, Zambia. For the category Buyer of the Year Award, we had Ms. Kolelwa Majiza, the Senior Manager for Economic Development of the Buffalo City Metro. We had Ms. Lizelle Maurice, the Executive Director of Borekai Chamber of Commerce. We had Ms. Malira Sikonyela, Manager Trade and Investment, Lesotho National Development Corporation. All of these adjudicators have done this on a voluntary basis and they use their knowledge and expertise of the trade processes to provide a fair and above board process in adjudicating the nominees and the finalists. So ladies and gentlemen, they deserve a very big round of applause this evening. Thank you very much to all of them that have done a good job. Some of them I'd not seen them until this evening, but I'd seen through communication when we were approaching them, requesting their participation. but they were so dedicated with providing feedback on a regular basis. They've done an excellent job, but thank you very much, Program Director.
Thank you very much, Mr. Pakamisa George, Acting Executive Manager, Trade, Investment and Innovation at the East Cape Development Corporation. Our categories this evening, and we're going to start setting all that up for you while we enjoy another song from Denzel Africa and the Vusa Band. But in advance, presentation of awards in categories Trade Promotion Service Provider of the Year, Capital Provider of the Year, Buyer of the Year Award, and then of course the big one that everyone's vying for, the Regional Exporter of the Year Award. Falling on the shoulders of the adjudicators, and from the finalists and nominees, 3 winners in each category. Second runner-up, first runner-up, and of course the first prize, the gold medal. We'll get to that after another song from the incredible Denzel Africa and the Vusa Band. Thank you. Clap. Thank you. Thank you, Denzel. Appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we're here for. The various categories. We're starting with the Trade Promotion Service Provider of the Year. How it's going to work, I'm going to do as little work as possible myself, and I'm going to get one of our dignitaries and VIPs from the audience to assist with handing over. Second runner-up, first runner-up, and the big prize winner in each category. First, you will be introduced to all the finalists in each category. From those, we'll pick second runner-up, first runner-up, and of course then the big winner. So, like I said, we start with Trade Promotion Service Provider of the Year. And for that, I'd like to call Mr. Cristóvão Gemo, Consul General of Mozambique in Western Cape, Eastern Cape, and Northern Cape, to join me on stage. Welcome. So if you cast your eyes and your mind to the screens left and right of me, on the big screens for Trade Promotion Service Provider of the Year, have a look at who the finalists are. So there you go, those are the finalists. From those we pick the three on the podium. Second runner-up, then first runner-up. When your company's name gets called out and you're a winner, feel free to cheer and celebrate in any way you see fit. Then please make your way onto the stage and collect your award from Mr. Gemo. If you win this category, what I would like you to do is wait until we've played a video showing everyone why it is that you won this particular category. Once that's done, then step on stage and you'll have a trophy and a certificate. So, without any further ado, look to the screens and let's find out who the second runner-up in Trade Promotion Service Provider of the Year is this year. Yay, Lesotho! Congratulations. If you would just be so kind as to hand over the award. Thank you very much, Mr. Gemo. Second runner-up, third place. Congratulations. Next year, one better. Trade Promotion Service Provider of the Year. We're now on to... Yes, thank you very much, sir. Congratulations. Thank you. We're on to second place, silver medal, our first runner-up in the Trade Promotion Service Provider of the Year. Look left, look right. Botswana Investment and Trade Center, well done. Congratulations. Thank you very much. I'm now going to ask you, Mr. Gemo, to get the envelope from Linda, and you'll do the honors when it comes to announcing who the big winner is in this category. Please remember, just wait until we've played the winner's video before they step on stage to collect their prize. Who've we got?
The winner of the Trade Promotion Service Provider of the Year is
Exporters Eastern Cape.
Well done, Exporters Eastern Cape. Just hold on. Have a look at why they won. Now you give them a round of applause. Who's collecting the prize? Photo opportunities all done. Before you go, we're interested. What do you put the win down to? What was the secret?
Our members. No, I just want to say thank you, and I see a few of our stakeholders here tonight. Superkazi here on our committee. Well done. Hello, hello. Mbo Jonas. Yeah, I just want to thank you, everybody. And yeah, it's purely our members' participation and really collaboration between organizations.
Congratulations, well deserved. Second runner-up, first runner-up, and category winner. Trade Promotion Service Provider of the Year. Congratulations, everyone. Mr. Gemmo, you can give him a round of applause. Thank you very much for your assistance, sir. The photographer's done what they need to do, then I think we can move on to the next category. Congratulations again. The next category that we turn our attention to, Southern Africa Regional Exporters Awards for this year. It's the Capital Provider of the Year Award. Capital Provider of the Year Award. And to assist me on stage, we're going to ask Ms. Selma Nginamundova, who is the Consul General of Namibia in Cape Town, to join me on stage and make sure these awards get handed out. Welcome to our city. So we've got the theme going. We'll check out who the finalists are, then it'll be second runner-up, first runner-up, and category winner as per the previous category. So let's find out who the finalists are. Capital Provider. So those are the finalists. From those, we'll draw our three winners, same order as before. Second runner-up, first runner-up, and category winner. It's traditional to start with the bronze medal, third place. Who is our second runner-up in Capital Provider of the Year? Lesotho Post Bank, well done. Please step forward. There's an award waiting for you. moving along from the second runner-up to first runner-up in this category. Look left, look right, you know the drill. Let's find out who it is. Fincorp Eswatini in the house, on the board. Fantastic. Thank you, Ms. Ngina Mundova. Now we're going to find who wins this category. Capital Provider of the Year. I'm again going to ask you to make the announcement. I'll hold the microphone because I think you're going to need to pull that winner's name out of the envelope. Who have you got?
And the winner of the Capital Provider of the Year award is Lesotho National Development Corporation.
Please wait, please wait. We'll see a video of why they won. Hold on, sir, hold on for me. Just, we're going to see what you guys have done that's so special. Well, there you go. These guys have been very busy. Give them another round of applause. Lesotho National Development Corporation. Now it's your moment. Well done. Capital Provider of the Year. You have a trophy as well. How are you feeling at the moment, sir? Very proud of your team?
Extremely proud of the LNDC team. I'd like to thank the organizers of this event and also our partners from Lesotho. I can see Lesotho Post Bank is here. For us, it has always been about collaboration with the commercial banks because when it comes to credit risk on access to finance, that's their strong point. But as LNDC, we're coming back on the development aspect in the country, and the collaboration has done extremely well because we've assisted many companies in country which are key exporters in the African region and also in the US. So thank you very much to our partners, to the LNDC team that is here. You have done a great job. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Well, there you go. A photo opportunity with the podium. Second runner-up, first runner-up, and category winner for Capital Provider of the Year. You can give them one more round of applause as they leave the stage. And thank you very much, Ms. Ngina Mundova. It's a pleasure having you. Hope our city treats you well. Two categories down. We're on to the Buyer of the Year next. Well done. Buyer of the Year. There'll then be a short little break before we get to the big category, which of course is Exporter of the Year. But for Buyer of the Year, to join me on stage, the Interim Chief Executive Officer for Lesotho National Development Corporation, Mr. Modisi Ramaidi. You look familiar. He will be assisting as we choose 3 winners from the list of finalists that you will see on the big screens. list of finalists. There we go, Buyer of the Year. So, it's customary to start at number 3 again, your second runner-up, bronze medal in this category on the podium. Second runner-up, look left, look right, I don't know yet. Cape Classics Incorporated from South Africa, please join us on stage. Resplendent in red and with the South African colours proudly being flown, rightly so. Second runner-up, Buyer of the Year. We now move to the first runner-up. Join us on stage as well, please. Buyer of the Year. Look left, look right, you know the drill. Let's find out who it is. Trading Pty Limited from South Africa. Silver medal is yours. Well done. Left is to identify the winner. The category is Buyer of the Year. And Mr. Ramaidi, you've opened that envelope already. Who wins this category?
The winner of the Buyer of the Year award is Moringa Initiative.
Wait until we've seen your video before you step forward, but congratulations to the Moringa team. Now you can give them a round of applause, and let's get a Moringa representative on stage. The prize is yours. You're not getting off so easy. A big surprise, or were you guys kind of thinking you were in with a shout?
No, we're very honoured to be granted this award. We are a family business, but since inception, we've been supported and guided by USAID TradeHub, of which, without them, our supply chain would not be as efficient as it is today.
Well, congratulations, Moringa Initiative. Maybe a photograph with all three. Second runner-up, first runner-up, and the overall winner. Thank you very much, Mr. Ramaidi. I think you've earned a rest. Greatly appreciate you assist us in handing over the prizes. There is only one category to go, folks, and I think that's the one that everyone acknowledges is the big award. Not that any of the other ones are small, but this is the Plum Award, Exporter of the Year. And after a song or two from Denzel and the Vusa Band, we will welcome back our partner and birthday boy for today, Mr. Todd P. Haskell, and he'll be responsible for handing over the prizes in that final category. Thank you once again for your attendance this evening. You've got a 5-minute comfort break. We'll give you a shout when we get that last category up and running in a few minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, if you could start making your way back to your seats, please. We'll give you a minute or two, and then we'll pick up with the Exporter of the Year. Back on stage, the formalities continue down to the business end. Celebrating export excellence, it's the Southern Africa Regional Exporter Awards, and via the wonders of the interweb, we are worldwide on YouTube. A greeting and a shout out to all our listeners, followers on our YouTube channel this evening. It's a very exciting thing to be able to do. We're going all over the world. Joining me on stage as we head towards the final category, Exporter of the Year. The Consul General, US Consulate General from Cape Town. We met him earlier. Would you please help me with the handing over of the awards, Mr. Todd P. Haskell. Thank you, Mr. Haskell. It'll be second runner-up, first runner-up, and then, of course, the big winner, Exporter of the Year 2022. Let's see who the finalists are. Congratulations if you're on that list. Let's find out who's not only on the list, but on the podium. Our second runner-up, Exporter of the Year. Eyes on the big screen. Who will it be? Congratulations. Bronze medal, second runner-up, Congratulations, Cape Classic. From second runner-up, we move to first runner-up. Just that close to the top spot. Let's find out who it is. Zambia Sugar PLC. Come on up. The envelope makes its way onto the stage. I will leave it to Mr. Haskell to give us the name of the big winner this year, Exporter of the Year for 2022. Who is it, sir?
Exporter of the Year. Jalad Trading.
I know I've got to ask you to hold on to your video, but you're excited. Here's why they won. It's a lovely video.
My name is Libewana Matsimani. I'm a co-founder at Jalad Africa, which owns the Zeri leather brand. Zeri is a true African brand that is proudly developed by Jalad Africa, a manufacturing company from the Kingdom of Lesotho in Southern Africa. The company is owned by two Basotho native men, myself and business partner Mr. Masupa Mushweshwe. Zeri is established to serve local, regional and export market beyond sub-Saharan Africa. Produced from the Mountain Kingdom of Lesotho, our products have duty-free and quota-free access into a wide range of lucrative markets, such as South Africa within Southern African Customs Union and the US under the AGOA, African Growth and Opportunity Act. Zeri provides mutually beneficial relationships with all its partners and clients. We guarantee short lead times, high quality products, and fair trade practices. Zeri offers flexibility, customers' participation on innovation, and co-creation of designs that appeal to our market segments. We pride ourselves with elegant, luxury, and stylish genuine leather products for both ladies and gentlemen. Our range includes handbags, purses, laptop briefcases, duffel bags, sling bags, wallets, and belts. Zeri's ultimate aim is to create sustainable employment for the youth and also stimulate solid linkages with young entrepreneurs. Zeri's workmanship delivers unique, authentic products that intertwine durability and style. We use different textures, colors, and leather types to meet the needs of our clients and to remain fashionable and timeless. Our Zeri team is made up of talented, skilled, and vibrant Basotho youth, with most of them having acquired most of their training on the job. We design, manufacture, and meticulously produce each product in-house, applying best practices to deliver quality and functionality. Our work process is mainly handmade and involves vast amounts of human touch. The Zeri quality products are made from the finest cow, sheep, and goat leather that are carefully selected and sourced predominantly from African tanneries that are environmentally compliant and who in turn source their hides mainly from poor communities, also ensuring sustainability. In our leather range, the Zeri Stretch leather, our unique and anti-aging leather is stain and dust resistant for perfect durability to suit all environments. We strongly believe in continuous training and sharpening of skills, and as a result, we continually engage experts in the field. Customer value is one of our key pillars. In the recent years, we have established solid relationships with customers and distribution channels, which include local boutique stores, corporates, and companies exporting to Ireland and to Canada. Our clients have enjoyed our best customer services and we are looking forward to doing business with new customers.
Right, now you give him a big cheer. There's a prize waiting, there's an award waiting. Well done, Jalad Africa. Congratulations. If I could just ask you to share, as the big winner for this year, what was the secret? Can you share with the audience what you think it was?
Thank you so much. I think our secret is a team that is committed to our work and support from LNDC, from Postbank, from the TradeHub, and this is a win for all of us. And above God, we want to thank God for this opportunity. And the Bible says he makes all things beautiful. Amen. Thank you.
Congratulations. You can be very proud of yourself. Thank you very much, Mr. Haskell, for assisting with handing over the prizes there. If I could ask the winners in each category to just go in front of one of the advertising boards so you can all have a photo op together, the winner from each of the 4 categories. And whilst they do that, ladies and gentlemen, just a correction on the Regional Exporter Awards. The second runner-up in Regional Exporter Awards, in fact, was the Cecil Vinegar Works. And I've got your award here, and I really would like you to come and get it with our congratulations and thanks for your understanding. Cecil Vinegar Works. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I said earlier, in a way, everyone here is a winner because you go away with something, even if it's not a prize. You go away with inspiration, and you go away with a few secrets to what you can do next year to make sure that your company is awarded prizes at this function. I would like to introduce our keynote speaker for this evening, and I must say we're very, very privileged to have with us from the National Department of Trade, Industry and Competition, South Africa, our Deputy Minister in that portfolio. Would you please welcome our keynote speaker, Ms. Nomalungelo Gina.
Thank you very much, Program Director. Let me greet the MEC for Economic Development, Environmental Affairs and Tourism in the Eastern Cape, Ubaba Mvoko. Executive Mayor for Nelson Mandela Bay Metro, Umama Johnson. United States Consulate General in Cape Town, Ubaba O'Haskell. Namibian Consul General in Cape Town, Utatewetu, Usalma Ngina Mundova. General Consul Mozambique in Cape Town again, Ubaba Ujemo. Let me greet the Interim Chief Executive Officer for Lesotho National Development Corporation, Ubaba Orama Ramaila. Yes. Chairperson of the Eastern Cape Development Corporation, Ubabu Vuyani. Let me greet all the nominees today and congratulate all the winners here. Greetings to all the business community from all 9 countries that are here. Ladies and gentlemen, indeed, I think it is an honor to us all that are here. And also from the Department of Trade and Industry, we were excited when we received this invitation to join in such an exceptional event that is contributing to our business involved in exporting within the SADC region. Those who invented this kind of competition, awards for the region, must be congratulated, and I think they deserve a round of applause. I know last year was the inaugural year. It was an inaugural event, and I think we're all looking forward to such an event year after year, and with the motivation that I can see that everyone who is here and all those who are watching in whatever channel, they all wish to be here and be part of such a wonderful event. By so doing, I think it does motivate our business people to play more of an important role in making sure that the businesses grow. Let me also be thankful to and express my excitement also to the USAID TradeHub for the work that they are doing with the market actors to identify and resolve enterprise constraints and implement sustainable solutions through market-based and investment facilitation services. They are really doing a wonderful job. In this regard, the Department of Trade, Industry and Competition commends the role of the USAID that is playing in this regard for our trade companies involved in export in our region. These awards, we all know that they started at a time where export market has been subdued and therefore difficult for this continent and the region because of the COVID-19 pandemic. The 2020 hard lockdown in many countries resulted in the colossal disruption of global supply chains. In other markets, recovery after the economy was opening up took a long time to return to pre-2020 era. In many ways, we are still recovering from that state of affairs. SADC economy requires a lot of support in order to sustain resiliency in generating commodities and exporting those products at the scale that the market demands. And in the post-COVID-19 environment, those are the struggles that we are still faced with. We are, however, confident that this region will recover steadily against the many global shocks that have sent us to the economic tailspin. In our case, South Africa, there is a glimmer of hope as we observe trade balance figures. South Africa's trade supply broadened to 28.3 billion rand in May 2022 from an upwardly revised 16 billion in the previous month above the market forecast of 22 billion rands. Exports advanced 17.8 to 179.6 billion, mainly due to high shipments of mineral products that was around 35%, base metal around 28%, mechanical products 21%, and vegetable products that we saw around 24%. Meanwhile, imports rose at a softer of 10.9%. Last year, we can all remember the Treasury forecasted revenue collection improvement of 69.8 billion for 2022 and 59.5 billion for 2023. And so the jury is out to judge if we will indeed achieve these figures that we expect being a significant contributor to the GDP. I say this because we're not always going to be lucky as we were last year, whereby there was commodity boom because of the rise of their prices, which brought in some windfall into our revenue collection of around 120.3 billion. However, in the overall, we are satisfied with the upward trajectory that the economy is picking up, even after all the challenges that we have been faced with in 2021 in South Africa, like the July unrest that we had in KZN, and the Eastern Cape floods and the floods also in KZN. Exhaustingly on our side as government, the economic rebound has not improved the unemployment rate amid the deteriorating confidence exacerbated by the July social unrest in KwaZulu-Natal, as I have said, in Gauteng, which recorded more than 300 deaths and economic impact of 14 anemic private sector investment and weak credit extension. This challenge has been compounded by power shortages that will constrain post-pandemic recovery. Let me touch on issues of SADC and the African Free Continental Free Trade Agreement. One of our biggest opportunities for our SADC companies engaged in export market is the penetration of the African continent. I am quite aware of the difficulties in exporting to various regions within the continent because of the poor road and rail infrastructure, including broader challenges, which are compounded by political instability in some countries. The existence of the African Continental Free Trade Agreement compels us to have a fresher look at penetrating the continent on trade commodities. If we do not do this aggressively and sometimes cooperating to each other as this region, the $2.6 trillion US market with a population of 1.307 billion will be dominated by other regions such as ECOWAS, COMESA, and the North. We need to devise mechanisms as the region in how do we act as a bloc in exporting to the East, West, Central, and North Africa within the context of free trade agreement. As the saying goes, the earliest bird catches the fattest worm. We must gear ourselves to this entrance and maximum the scale that we are currently exporting within this continent. And if we don't do that, if we don't come together and say, what is it that we can do as a bloc, really this is one of the opportunities that we are going to see passing by without us benefiting on the opportunities that are there for us. I also want to say, those who have got into this competition, the nominees, let me take this opportunity to congratulate them first, the province of the Eastern Cape through the ECDC for this initiative. Eastern Cape is one of the leading provinces in South Africa on export products, especially on auto sector and our two special economic zones whose products are marveling in our export market. I really implore and encourage even other countries that are here, the 9 countries, to work closer to the Eastern Cape in making sure that whatever we are exporting from this part of our country, let us work together to say how best can we maximize what we are having. On behalf of DTIC again, we wish all the export competitors that are here, both the winners and those who did not make it to the finals. We are saying, let us go back, let us put more effort. We are saying our country relies on you, the region relies on you. You are our ambassadors. The high levels of unemployment, if ever we don't have you, they are going to continue to be high as they are. We solely rely on you, and this region must claim its rightful place under the sun. The sleeping giant must wake. We must have all what it takes to become a powerful region beyond the levels that you are sitting. We are saying good luck with your endeavors. It's still a long journey, but congratulations to all the winners for today. Thank you very much, Program Director.
Thank you very, very much. The Deputy Minister, Department of Trade, Industry and Competition in South Africa, Ms. Nomalungelo Gina. I'm sure you're hungry, I'm sure you're thirsty. We've just about reached the end of the road for this evening, folks. Thank you again for your company at the second Southern Africa Regional Exporter Awards. All that remains is for a vote of thanks from the Mayor of our host city, Gqeberha, Nelson Mandela Bay, Would you please welcome on stage Councillor Eugenie Johnson.
To the birthday men, this is what 60 does. It's glasses all over. Good evening, Program Director, Mr. Brian Devu. Good evening, and halala. As we conclude the second Southern African Regional Exporters Award, under the theme recognizing the excellence of South African brands, it now gives us the opportunity to express our profound gratitude and congratulations to the hosts. The Eastern Cape Development Corporation, together with the USAID in the 9 participating Southern African countries, Angola, Botswana, Eswatini, Lesotho, Malawi, Mozambique, Namibia, South Africa and Zambia, the respective category award winners, and all who have contributed to the success of this initiative here this evening. A special word of appreciation is accorded to the Honorable Deputy Minister Nomalungelo Kini, Honorable Premier Oscar Mabiyana, in absentia, the Honorable MEC, Mr. Mlungisi Mvoko, His Excellency Mr. Todd Haskell, United States Consul General, His Excellency Mr. Sagio Makoma, Consul General of the Republic of the Mozambique, and His Excellency Mr. Koseni, Consul General of the Republic of Zambia, Consul General of Namibia, Ms. Selma Ngi Namundova, Chairperson of the Eastern Cape, Mr. Vuyani Jarana, and to all participating countries. We certainly owe you a huge debt of gratitude, not only for your participation, but for your support rendered to our regional integrational agenda. Time has come that we as the South African bloc take responsibility for its own future and deal with its challenges through the creation of employment and opportunity, especially for our youth. We all aspire to a prosperous Africa based on inclusive growth and sustainable development. Therefore, the role of trade and investment to achieve this aspiration cannot be overemphasized. Together, we need to know that the SADC region's economic development priorities, where and how new business clusters might develop, what gaps we perceive in the region's investment offering. We must make sure that we can meet the needs of business enterprises in the markets such as the United States, and as much as high-profile new growth areas for investments. And alongside all of this, we want an aesthetically pleasing and environmentally friendly infrastructure, energy efficiency, and architecture and design standards that will propel trade and investment to and from South African countries. There is no better time than now with the coming into effect of the African Continental Freight Tree Area that offer even greater opportunities for countries to widen access to global supply chains and export higher value goods and services. Increasing Africa intra-trade through regional value chains provides African manufacturing firms economics of scales and linkages to value chains connected to global markets. The development of this joint program by ECDC and USAID will certainly provide the necessary leverage and support for Southern African countries to harness comparative advantage from the diverse resources and synergies in resource utilization, improve competitiveness, and reap benefits of economies of scale as they expand foreign markets. Let me conclude by saying that political will and commitment is key for this program and to drive our exporting agenda with US and other foreign markets. We sincerely thank you for the opportunity to move this vote of thanks. May God bless each one of us and each of our nations. To the participating countries, may His presence be upon you in 1,000 generations, and your families, and their families, and their children, and their children, and their children. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor Eugenie Johnson. She is the Executive Mayor of this beautiful city we call home, Gqeberha, Nelson Mandela Bay Metro by another name. Thank you very much for your attendance. Congratulations to all the winners, and thank you very much to the technical team. You faced a few challenges this evening, but we got through it. Thank you very much for the hard work, getting us onto the YouTube channel as well. Much appreciated. And if someone asks you what the MC was like at the event tomorrow or the day after, if they tell you that they thought he was good, then say his name was Darren Mann. If they didn't like him, say it was Brian Ndevu. I'm kidding. Folks, supper awaits, networking, entertainment. Thank you very much again to Denzel and his Vusa band. And for those of you who are going home, please do drive safely. Thank you. Folks, just a last word from me. Dinner is served, so you're more than welcome to make your way to the tables where the food will be available for you. And if we could ask